This thing happens to us whenever, let's say, we're having a meaningful conversation or an important conversation with maybe somebody, a friend or a loved one. And sometimes you might just find yourself maybe scrolling through your phone. You are like, I'm listening, but you are not fully present. And that can also be annoying sometimes. Just imagine you having a meaningful conversation with somebody and the person is scrolling and the person is like, I'm listening. You will be feeling like this person, you are not even paying attention to me. What's the need of me telling you this if you are not going to pay attention to me? So for you to live in the present, the simplest way to live in the present is for you. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Angela, and today's video is about a lesson I learned from one of my lecturer on how to live in the present. Most of the times I find myself feeling guilty, not because I am procrastinating, not because I I am not doing the things I ought to do, but I feel this guilt inside of me because I am doing it, but I am not fully present. And when he shared this lesson with us, I was like, you know what? Let me try it. So I applied it to my weekend and I discovered that wow, the guilt was no longer there. So I want to share this lesson with you. It's a very simple thing that anybody can literally do. Like, it's not difficult, because if I'm able to do it, I believe you too will be able to do it. So basically, he used an analogy which I am going to be using right now. Before I tell you the lesson, you need this analogy to fully understand what it means, what the lesson means. So let's go. So for instance, I'm going to use myself now as an example. I am a student, right? Yes. But most of the times when I find myself maybe lacking behind in my studies, I tend to do like my assignment, my coursework, wherever I find myself. Yes. And before now, I used to think it's multitasking. Like, I used to call it multitasking, like, you get. But I later discovered that the reason why I was feeling guilty when doing those different tasks is because I was not fully present in my environment. So when I tried this lesson I learned from my lecturer, I discovered that, oh wow, so this thing that I've been doing is what has been bringing the guilt. And since I took away the rest activities that are not that important to my environment, I discovered that wow, the guilt is no longer there. I was able to live fully in the present. So one thing I have always done before now that I call multitasking is this. Sometimes I might just be in church and let's say I am having so many assignments that I've not done. I'm in church, but my mind is wandering away. Like, I am, I just cannot wait to, like, for service to end and I go back home and do it. And because of that, I find myself getting distracted. And not only in church, not only in church, this thing does happen to me. In other gatherings like conferences, because sometimes, most of the times, we students, we have a lot of conferences going around, and the lecturers might just want us to attend. You get, and we are like, okay, I have this job to do, but if I'm to attend this conference, I'm going to do this assignment, I'm going to do this classwork alongside the conference. So I have done that so many times, and I know some people, they will be like, oh, I am writing with my hand and my ears are listening, but you are not fully present. Like, living in the present means doing the activity that you find yourself in. Just like if you are in the environment of school, if a lecture is currently going on, that is a lecture that is very important, a course that is very important is currently going on. As a student, your living in the present at that moment means for you to be fully present in the lecture, not for you to take out your phone and start doing research unless the lecturer instructs you do research. So I don't know if this thing is making sense, but during the weekend I went to my sister's place and I carried so many books because my sister just gave birth. Thank you for the congratulations. So I went to visit her and I carried so many books. But I was like, you know what? This lesson I learned from my lecturer, I want to really apply it, because me trying to juggle the activities around, her kids and the rest, and me trying to write, do my reading and the rest. I was like, let me even see. Okay, right now I'm at my sister's place, and for me to live in the present, it means for me to do 20% of my book, 20% of my studies, 20% of my academics, and 80% of whatever she wants me to do, because I'm there for her, right? Yes. So, guys, that is it. Sometimes, this thing happens to us whenever, let's say, we're having a meaningful conversation or an important conversation with maybe somebody, a friend or a loved one. And sometimes you might just find yourself maybe scrolling through your phone. You are like, I'm listening, but you are not fully present. And that can also be annoying sometimes. Just imagine you having a meaningful conversation with somebody and the person is scrolling and the person is like, I'm listening. You will be feeling like, this person, you are not even paying attention to me. What's the need of me telling you this if you are not going to pay attention to me? So for you to live in the present, the simplest way to live in the present is for you to be fully present. Whatever activity is going on, observe your environment. If you are not going to take part in that activities, what you should do is to either pull yourself from that environment, or better still, be intentional about what you do in that environment. You know, sometimes you can find yourself in an environment where you don't want to be in that environment, and the things taking part in that environment, the things taking place in that environment is not something that you want to partake in. So you intentionally bringing yourself out of those activities, yeah, is being living in the present, is you currently living in the moment. So what you should do is this: wherever place you find yourself, this is not me telling you not to multitask. No, I do multitasking for some things. Like for instance, whenever I'm cooking, I love watching movie or listening to podcasts. That one is okay because I'm doing it intentionally. Yes. Or whenever I'm washing clothes, I love listening to podcasts. Because why? It's not stopping me from washing the clothes. You get, I'll still wash my clothes and wash it very well. Okay, you only apply this lesson whenever you discover that, oh, you are living in the present but you are not fully present. I hope you get something um valuable from this video that will help you start living in the present. And guys, before I um wrap up this video, there is something I did a research online, and I'm just going to read according to research how to live in the present. Now, he said for you to live in the present, you have to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness, that means you have to be in control of your mind. Wherever you are, you have to let your mind be there intentionally. This is not something that happens to you voluntarily, like reflex action without you thinking. You have to be intentional about your mind, where your mind is, wherever you are, whatever environment you find yourself. You have to bring your mind to that environment intentionally. Even if your mind keep wandering away, it's your job to live in the present. So it's also your job to bring your mind back to the present, unless you don't want to be there and you find yourself there. Yes. Now, the second thing is to meditate, guys. I can't even count the numbers of times I have tried meditating. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to meditate effectively. So maybe when I finally crack that knob, I'm going to come here and share. Then the other one is focusing on your breath. I said this initially at the beginning of this video. So you focus on your breath. Yeah. So you focus on your breath. Me, I've not been able to also figure that out. It's a very easy thing you can do to bring yourself to the present. Most of the times you focus on your breath. This focusing on breath, I feel like whenever you are trying to control your emotion, it works very fine. So engage your sense. Engage your sense of smell, your eyes, your mouth, and the rest. Then appreciate your surrounding. That's the last one. How we have a lot of other things that can help you live fully in the present, but I feel like these ones that I've listed are kind of the simplest ones. So how do you observe and appreciate your environment if you're not fully present? So for you to be fully present, like for you to appreciate your environment, you have to be fully present. So guys, that is it for this video. I hope you find this video helpful. Please, if you do, do well to give this video a like. And if you've not subscribed, guys, please do well to hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment, let me know. Is there any other tip? Is there any other way you can be fully present in the environment without doing it with difficulty? Like a very easy way for you to be fully present. If there is anyone you know that I did not mention in this video, please do well to leave it in the comment section. And guys, share this video with your friends. So guys, till next time, I love you. See you in my next video. Bye.